We start this week's Virtual Insanity with a special tribute to the man of the moment, Puerto Rican Open champion Ryan Brehm. Brehm?
To be honest with you, I don't care one bit about Rory McIlroy. I don't care one bit about that particular tournament. The Puerto Rico Open is where things were at the weekend. We had a 35-year-old Michigan player called Ryan Brehm shoot the lights out. I would die for Ryan Brehm. I would also die for John Duggan, to be honest with you, and Virtual Insanity. I would die for Ryan Brehm. What an absolutely phenomenal moment this was to be a 50-to-1 shot. I think actually 66-to-1 is what John got him at, and watch him coast home at the end. An alternate reality where we're having a great time right now. Does Virtual Insanity just cover over for a dreadful life?
In order for the vessel to travel through time, it's got to find a porthole, or in this case, a wormhole.
I'm having a good time. There's definitely
Well, sorry, yeah, of course. How could you not be?
There's definitely an alternate reality.
A wormhole.
Where maybe the world is not going to hell. All right.
On my mushrooms, lads.
A little microdose of psilocybin in your earbuds.
That was amazing. I love the production teams. They come up with these amazing tunes and music that's always so apt for the occasion. Ryan Brehm needed to win or be second last week to save his bacon on the PGA Tour. It was his first start of the season, and he had his wife on the bag, carrying his clubs for the 4 days, and obviously it worked, and he won by 6 shots. And it was, look, I had 6 players in that tournament. It was one of the players I picked, so we're not going to be jumping handstands, but it's good for a winner, you know?
I think we should celebrate the work of Joseph Conroy, who created the video and audio sting that you've just heard, and we should celebrate the work of John Duggan.
100%.
I didn't know how to pronounce Ryan Brehm even after a week of listening to you talk about him.
Yeah, that's pretty bad on your behalf, Jer. He is.
Hey, what's the name of the South African bird?
He is I have no idea.
We just heard it again.
How many South African birds have won me 50 quid?
John, fix this.
So lads, so we've had a good year, folks. 66-to-1, 80-to-1, and 25-to-1 winners. Never gamble more than you can afford. This is Virtual Insanity. The whole kind of fun of this is try to challenge yourself. Can you maybe pick a winner? It's not really about gambling necessarily. The Players' Championship starts tomorrow, guys. This is a really big tournament. This is what they call the 5th major. The field is extremely deep. It's all the best players in the world, apart from Tiger, who's going to be inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame this evening by his daughter Sam, which is a nice touch. Phil Mickelson, as we know, is absent at the moment, and Bryson DeChambeau is injured. Everybody else is there, though. So Rory, we know, with the 2019 champion, could bounce back. It's going to be a soft course this week. It's going to rain. It might suit his game a bit more than last week. Shane Lowry had a top 10 in this last year. Was second in the Honda Classic. Definitely he's got a big chance. Seamus Power is 50th in the world. He needs to stay there by the end of March to get into the Masters. So they're the 3 Irish lads. Normally to have about 20 quid virtually on these tournaments. I've got 2 pillars this week. So there's a Patrick Cantlay pillar, and then there's everybody else. So the Patrick Cantlay pillar is €20. So Patrick Cantlay is the headline tip, 10 each way, 20-to-1. A lot of bookmakers are going to 9, 10, 11 places. This is 9 places with William Hill. Patrick Cantlay is, I'd say, the Rodney Dangerfield of golf. He don't get no respect. He is, to me, the guy who's going to be winning a major championship soon. Born on St. Patrick's Day, that's probably the extent of the Irish links. But like, if you look at his game, he's got no weaknesses. He was the PGA Tour Player of the Year last season. He won the Tour Championship. He won 4 times last season. He's a very unassuming, kind of quiet guy. Just goes about his business. Has had 3 top 5s already this season. Is really good on the stats. At Sawgrass, people will go, well, he doesn't have form there or whatever. He was tied 7th going into the final round in 2017, tied 8th going into the final round in 2018. Had played there as a junior, says he loves the course, likes the Pete Dye design. I think Patrick Cantlay is overpriced at 20-to-1. He's the headline, a clear headline selection for me, lads. Patrick Cantlay, 10 each way, 20-to-1. So the other pillar then is the others. I actually asked people on Twitter, should we tip a few each ways? And they said, yeah, you should. So the others, Brooks Koepka, right? I think Brooks is coming back into form, 4 each way at 35-to-1. He shot a 63 here before, back in 2018. If it's the weather's going to be bad, he's a good bad weather player. One of the windy Shinnecock Hills, won the US Open there a few years ago. Driving the ball well again, he's a killer. Brooks Koepka will just kill you in the heat of a tournament. He's won 4 major championships. I think he'll like to win this tournament, and I think if you can put well this weekend at Sawgrass. He's definitely a big contender. Brooks. Matt Fitzpatrick, who he headlined last week, was tied for 9th at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. He was also tied for 9th in this last year at Sawgrass. 35 to 1 for 4 each way. He's a grinder. You might need to grind with thunderstorms, with wind, with all this kind of stuff they're going to face this weekend. And he's won the DP World Tour Championship twice, so he's not afraid to win a big tournament. Never won on US soil. I think Matt Fitzpatrick might have a chance this week. Then the 3 rank outside is for €1 each way, the 3 of them. Emiliano Grillo of Argentina is 200 to 1. Contended in this in 2017, played well in his last tournament, the Genesis Invitational, was hanging around the leaderboard in the final round, is a brilliant ball striker but a shaky putter. But I think that if he can make a few putts drop, Emiliano Grillo at 200 to 1 could get 40 to 1 a place. Dylan Fratelli, 250 to 1 for €1 each way, was tied 5th of the Masters on his rookie appearance in 2020, was 5th at the Open last year. There's no rhyme or reason whatsoever to this guy's form. But he can come out of nowhere and do something. He was 22nd in the Players on his only start last year in it, and he's been playing with little glimpses of form from Dylan Fratelli. I've noticed the South African was a good college player. And finally, Taylor Pendrith is 250 to 1 for €1 each way. 9th in driving distance, 4 par 5s here. Once again, I've noticed him as a rookie this year doing a few things. Should have won in Bermuda in difficult conditions. Was 4 times second in the Corn Ferry Tour last year. And I think he could surprise a few people in the next few tournaments. So Taylor Pendrith, Emiliano Grillo and Dylan Fratelli are the outsiders at massive prices, maybe to get into the top 10. But Brooks Koepka, Matt Fitzpatrick in the middle rank, and then the headline lads this week, Patrick Cantlay. And even if he doesn't win this week, I think his price will go out for the majors, and I think he will be a major champion this year.
All right, good stuff. That is this week's Virtual Insanity.
You have entered Power Drive.